The thing I'm most afraid of is haunted houses. You see, when I was in the 4th grade, I got dressed up and went to a haunted house.
When I hate Freddy Krueger so much that I was in bed with my fiance and I was having a nightmare about Freddy Krueger.
Spiders. They have way too many legs and they're hairy and they have so many eyes.
Anything with wings.
One time I was sleeping and one just like descended from the ceiling like onto me.
Moths seem to just show up everywhere with their terrifying little wings.
I had a dream that someone was like brushing something against my cheek and I woke up and I had like a spider bite on my cheek.
They're really fluttery little wings that go really fast. Oh, get around me. They're so gross. I hate them so much.
Aliens breeding inside of me and then bursting out of my stomach.
Cockroaches freak me the fuck out. Oh, I probably shouldn't swear.
We just lost revenue from your swearing.
Sorry.
I'm pretty convinced that there's going to be some sort of zombie apocalypse. Someone I care about is going to turn into a zombie and then I'm going to have to kill them.
A post-apocalyptic event happening and not being prepared for it.
And just completely wiping out civilization.
Not having enough guns, not having enough food.
A warhead or a missile landing on the United States or anywhere or across multiple points in the globe.
Technology.
The subway train getting pushed. Stinky people.
Rats.
Getting stuck underground. Especially going from Brooklyn to New York when you're underground. And the tunnel's filled with water. And you're pushing children to the ground.
If a blackout in Manhattan were to cause this much pandemonium and chaos on that kind of scale.
Usually you work in an office, they don't really have good snacks. And I'm very particular about my snacks.
You know what else scares me? Eric Ford. His overwhelming presence physically. 6th and 8th graders really, if they saw him on the street, they'd be fucking scared. Who is this, junior or senior, from the local high school walking around here? All the girls are looking at him. He's got veins all over his arms. Ladies love it. Ladies love cool Eric.
Scares me most is sharks.
I'm afraid of sharks.
I'm kind of afraid of sharks.
When they gut them and stuff, they often find tires and license plates and kids that don't listen to their mothers. They can hear your freaking heartbeat. Did you know that?
I will never, ever, ever go deep sea swimming.
The ocean terrifies me because you don't know what's down there under you.
As a kid, I was swimming down Virginia Beach with my family. And all of a sudden, this fin pops up in the water. Everybody's freaking out. I get stung on my fingers by jellyfish, and my mom has to pee into a rag to get rid of the jellyfish stinks. Sharks are the reason why my mom had to pee on me as a child. But that's a whole other issue.
And the thing with Freddy Krueger is you don't know if you're ever awake.
What scares me? What scares me? This guy? This motherfucker right here? I'll tell you.
You take a Latino woman to a buffet, man, they will buffet the place out, man.
Not being able to fully experience the world. The unknown. Just in New York alone, I will never know every neighborhood.
Because if you go to that bathroom and come back, guess what? That whole table's scattered with food because she done got up and grabbed everything. And then she said, I got your food too. I don't eat that. How do you know what I eat?
Dentists terrify me. Who picks that as a job? Did you fail the MCAT or do you just like to inflict pain on my teeth?
Dentists.
I also have an irrational fear of old women. I think it's because I saw The Shining when I was 6. I almost threw up. I was so scared.
Losing my mind.
I'm afraid of myself. I drink too much.
Truly and seriously, I guess one of my biggest worries is that I'll start listening to the voices in my head.
My mind will eventually degenerate and I won't know who I am.
Civilization says I'm not allowed to do that. But hell, one day I might just go for it.
Part of me just wants to fit in.
Being watched, being followed.
In a zone, in another place, and then somebody comes wandering along and I don't hear them coming in, all of a sudden they're there and I go
I'm afraid of Staten Island, because this place is fucked up.
The IRS.
being married to the wrong person.
Insurance.
Stupid people in large groups. That is scary.
I'm freaking myself out and I'm home alone, so I'm gonna stop talking about this.
Well.
And in the very first room of this haunted house was a man in the scream mask with a noisemaker, and he jumped out of the shadows and scared me so much I went into a panic attack.
I'm really afraid of dying alone.
I woke up, and I'm laying there in bed with my head on the pillow, and my fiance is staring at me, like directly in my eyes. And in my fear, I reached out, and I touched his face, and it wasn't Freddy Krueger.
I'd say my greatest fear is the looming dread of commitment. Ah! See, it's not fun.